There we are on the air.
On the air with Suzilla. Suzie and Matt here at Suzie Health Solutions here in Wenatchee.
Yep, episode 110.
110, our location, come to you live from 413 North Mission Street in Wenatchee. Yeah, we moved 3 weeks ago now?
Yeah.
Give or take.
Yeah, we managed it. It now feels more moved in.
Yeah, we had an awesome gal. Her name's Terry, and her darling husband John come and help us hang our hang our art.
Yeah, see, they made fun of me at the last place for.
Well, everybody, a lot of people that went through, especially if they were very, I don't want to say OCD, but people who like their things very specific, would try to straighten up our pictures because they weren't hung. Well, here's the thing. The wall itself wasn't plumb. The building itself was a little tilty, so no matter how hard Matt tried to get the damn things set up straight, they always never were quite right. So that was a big part of it. Yeah,
my expertise is not finished work. I've told people that many a time, and for some reason, no one believes me. But I'm the only one that is willing to, okay, it's got to be done, so I'll do it anyway.
Hey, I resent that.
Okay, resent always.
So what are we talking about today on this lovely first day of fall?
Well, the kids are in school.
Do you remember?
The pumpkin spice wars have begun.
Day of September.
So let's talk about all things fall.
All things fall, like pumpkin spice?
Well, we already had our first, delivery of wild apples.
Mm-hmm. It's true. One of our partners' clients gifted them a whole bunch of apples, so we have a bunch, and they shared. So now we have a bunch of apples, which of course means in our house pie. I'll make an apple pie this weekend and probably put some. There's enough to probably put a pie or two's worth of pie filling in the freezer, so the guys are going to complain.
The spice must flow.
That is Matt's favorite phrase this time of year.
It is, because we've got the pumpkin spice going on the shower bar.
Yeah, thank you, Duke Cannon.
Mm-hmm.
And pumpkin spice soap, which is hilarious to me, frankly. It's not as spicy as I would have liked. It's a pumpkin spice latte. It's kind of got more latte and less spice in my opinion.
It's kind of it's kind of mellowed with age.
It was mellow last time too. Of course, this particular bar is about a year old.
Yeah,
because we ended up with a lot of them for some reason.
Well, they gave us 2 for 1, and
we ended up with a third at some point. So they reproduce, I think.
Yeah, because there was a point where we said we can't order any more soap. Mm-hmm. Because we had like a year supply. Considering a bar lasts us about a month. Mm-hmm. I timed it this last one. Because we started it on August 15th and we finished in like August 17th. So it's about a month for 3 people showering regularly, which is pretty darn good for a bar of soap. Yeah, it's a big bar of soap.
Big, solid bar of soap. So thanks, Duke Cannon, calling you out. And they smell nice. Mm-hmm. And so that lasts us about a month. So 12 bars lasts us about a year. And we had just about that at one point.
Yep.
We have less now, but because we use them.
And about next week, I will be into my pumpkin spice beard oil.
Yes, you bought Halloween-themed beard stuff.
Mm-hmm. But it's very clovey.
Yeah, you said that. Clovy's almost more of a Christmas scent for me, but I'm okay either way because that means it'll just take us through.
Okay.
I don't know. I haven't really gotten a good sniff at it yet because I've had a cold, and because I haven't opened it up. And because you've been wearing it, so
let's get into the cold stuff.
Yeah, we've got a cold. In case you're wondering why
fall does usher in the colds.
Yes, I think you were stuffy this time last week.
Yeah,
and I picked it up over the weekend. So, yeah, it is the season.
Well, you start to gather indoors with large groups of people, and colds happen. You
change place. And it's not just colds; it's viruses generally.
Yeah,
colds, flus, coronavirus. They're there. They like people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the coronavirus is still out there. It's still killing hundreds of people a week.
Yep.
We're fully vaccinated. Mm-hmm. Which includes the newest booster.
Yeah, they've got an Omicron bivalent out there that is supposed to help with this particular Omicron variant
efficiently. And so we went ahead and boosted that up this last week.
Yeah.
And that was a good move.
Yeah, the experts say you want to, get it in by Halloween.
There you go.
And that way you are fully vaccinated through the holidays.
Because it takes a couple of weeks for your body to do its job. At the same time, I got my flu shot, so get your flu shot because that's still out there.
Yep.
That's not going anywhere. And flu still kills people every year.
Yeah, I think the average is about 60,000 Americans a year.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It's not like good years, they're bad years. Yeah. We've had really good years the last couple of years because everyone was masked up.
Yeah.
But since masks have kind of disappeared, mission accomplished.
Yeah. People are catching the flu.
So we'll see more flu deaths.
And that's no fun. So get your immunizations. If it's appropriate, get a pneumonia vaccination.
Mm-hmm.
If you're on Medicare, that's covered by your Medicare B coverage. So
cool. Did not know that.
Pneumonia and flu are covered by Medicare B, so you would not have an out-of-pocket expense for those. If you've got a COVID, of course, is covered federally.
Mm-hmm.
But things like shingles vaccines or hepatitis, and I'm going a whole different direction.
You are, but there are two important things there.
Yeah.
You said COVID's covered federally.
Yeah.
That possibility is going away.
That's true, because they're ready to just to sunset the emergency.
Yes, our state's emergency order ends on Halloween.
Yeah, I saw there was a note about that, but I didn't actually get a chance to read the whole article. What are the feds saying?
The feds have not declared, because the feds declare October 13th.
That's right.
So yeah, Washington State, there are 9 other states in District of Columbia that do have emergency order. The fun fact, Texas is still under emergency order.
Really?
Yeah. Most people don't understand how those emergency orders, there's a lot of work in the background.
Oh yeah, big time.
Because there were some people like, is there anyone, it's like, what happens when they, it's like nothing happens when they lift it.
There's a lot of moving parts to something like this.
And, we recognize that there is, it's about it's a couple 100,000.
Yeah. 150 to 200,000 people
that are on Apple Health.
Extended Apple Health. Now that's the trick.
Mm-hmm.
Because the COVID emergency left people on Washington State's Medicaid program, Apple Health.
Because you didn't want to kick potentially sick people off
health insurance, right? So people who might have been who did qualify during COVID or right around at the beginning of COVID because they lost their job or lost income, a lot of different reasons, and qualified for Apple Health because of those things. They haven't been doing the means test. They haven't been going back and checking income for these folks.
Yeah,
that's going to start again.
We don't know if it's going to start. Immediately after October 30th, because they've got a 60-day window after that. Last I heard, the healthcare authority was going to do kind of a rolling start.
Yeah, kind of a rolling, and which would make sense because otherwise they're going to get overwhelmed.
I would recommend if you're one of those people that's like, oh yeah, we're doing good, we're killing it, to check in during the enrollment period.
Yeah, just
you might. It's like. Yeah, you're off Apple Health, but there are other systems out there to take care of you.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be rolling into Cascade Care.
Yes, this new Cascade Care savings program is really, I don't think there's anything like it in the United States.
No, it's the first of its kind.
Right.
In the United States.
Real quick, the Cascade Care program is our local legislators, our Washington State legislators, created these standardized plans to try and stabilize the health insurance marketplace.
No, you can't say stabilized because our market is pretty darn stable.
Okay, so why did they do it?
They did it to provide a kind of a standard among the plans.
Right. What they did is they told the insurance companies, hey, if you want to sell your plans on our health exchange, you have to provide these standardized plans in the gold, silver, and bronze tiers. And they call them Cascade Care.
Mm-hmm.
So the benefits are the same, like 99%. I think there's one that has a slightly different labor and delivery copay.
Yeah.
You know, but generally speaking, for your main products, the items, the benefits are the same. Your copays, your out-of-pocket expenses.
The networks are what's really
right.
distinct.
Your main differences are provider network,
Yep.
drug formulary, and price. Yep. And that's always worth shopping. And that's what I'll help you do, is find out if your provider's in network and if your medicine's covered.
And that's a
yes, that is an advertisement.
That's a big distinction, though, is understanding how your plan works and how you use healthcare, and making sure that you're minimizing your spend.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you're out of network, your spend is going to increase.
Oh yeah, we still got small groups that do Kaiser here in the middle of the state.
Yeah, because the headquarters is in Oregon or Yakima,
and it's like, let's get this large plan in the
It's so inexpensive, and so many people have Kaiser access, except for in Wenatchee.
Yeah, and everyone's out of network
unless you want to drive to Yakima, which wants to do that.
So yeah, you get this crazy thing. So what occurred 2 years ago was they said, hey, you know what? We could do these health reimbursement accounts that allows a employee to purchase plans and shop locally. So that's why they kind of created these health reimbursement. They're called ICRAs. And it's a different way to do versus the traditional. Everyone get a small group plan.
Well, but our topic was Cascade Care Savings.
Cascade Care Savings is huge because it runs up to 250% of poverty level.
Right. So, which means if your income is 250% above the federal poverty level or lower, you fall into this category.
And what happens is you select a silver or gold tier plan in this Cascade group, and you're going to get a greatly reduced cost.
Right.
And the reason I say greatly reduced is because they haven't figured out if it's going to be $20 or if it's going to be no bucks out of your pocket,
or somewhere in the middle. They're still pinning that down. It's very difficult for them to do $0. So they're often, what I've seen for people who have been really kind of in the tester group for this, we're seeing $2 or $3. I think the lowest I saw was $1.02.
Yeah, because what happened was during the previous administration, they said, oh, if they're providing something that's not one of the essential coverages, you got to charge for it.
Right. So they charge a minimal amount.
And that's where those we had some $0 bronze plans because of taxes and the advanced tax credits. Those $0 plans went to a couple dollars.
Yeah.
Because they had extra stuff thrown in.
Exactly. And then they make it up there. Now, in that 250% range, prior to the Cascade Care program, which starts on the first of the 2023, you qualify for what's called cost sharing. And that's additional support for out-of-pocket expenses.
For your silver tier plan.
So that's where that number came from.
Yeah, so if you already feel like you're getting a pretty good deal,
you might get a better one.
You might get a fantastic one.
Exactly. And we know that the Cascade Care standardized plans have got among the best coverage for benefits.
It depends. I'm not going to say best because there's certain times.
That's true. I don't want to say best.
And here's the thing: you cannot come at it saying, "Oh, a gold is better than a silver."
No, not in this case at all.
It's never been that way. One of the first things I did was I had someone come to me the first year. They worked with someone else. They automatically selected them a gold plan because it was gold. And the following year, I switched them to a silver plan because of the cost sharing, and their $4,000 deductible dropped down to a $500 deductible.
Yeah.
It was radically different.
It is.
And that's why you really want to work with people who are trained.
Yep. You really want to work with someone like me or with Matt because we know these plans inside and out.
Yeah, I what I do is I tell people, hey, you may think you have an expert. The best people I've found to work with are the enrollment centers. There are 10 located in Washington State.
Yep. We're one of them.
We are one of them. Not only we're trained, we're required by law to explain all the plans.
Yeah, absolutely. And we do it in detail and because we're licensed, at least Matt and I are licensed insurance brokers, we have the training to help guide you to a plan that suits your needs.
Well, because we're brokers, there's a big distinction. There are I think 2 that are still have navigators.
Right. And navigators have a place. Absolutely.
And have a place. However, they cannot recommend plans.
No, because they don't have the training and licensing for it.
They also, a lot of us also work with Medicare.
Yes.
So if you have a household with one that's, in their, 60s, pre-Medicare, they need a health plan. So you got one place where you can go that you can have your, take care of the healthcare and Medicare.
Right. I've seen this happen numerous times. You get somebody you've got spouse A who is carrying the health insurance. They're going into Medicare and retiring. They don't want to do this anymore. Spouse B is 62 and will have a coverage gap if they don't do something about it. They will lose coverage as soon as the spouse A retires. So they need to have something to cover them between 62 and 65 when they turn eligible for Medicare.
Yeah.
That's where we're actually especially skilled at getting those folks taken care of.
And we've got probably half a dozen different financial advisors. So if you got the 401k, it's like, well, how do I do this? We will give you people to go to.
Or a Viva account, and you need to know how to manage that. I got people who will help you with that.
Yeah, we don't do that.
By
no means. We will send you off to experts that will assist you.
Yes, that's exactly right.
And that is an important distinction, is you surround yourselves with qualified experts.
Exactly. I've said this before. I know my car has a transmission. I know that when my car makes funny sounds, that I should probably have my transmission repaired.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to repair a transmission, but I know people who do.
Yeah. And unless you're one of those, really exceptional people that think you understand insurance, like Uncle Frank.
There's always an Uncle Frank.
There's always an Uncle Frank that'll tell you, you don't need it. Just slap a Band-Aid on and take some aspirin.
Yeah, spritz it with Windex.
Yeah. Yeah, real people, no. You need to get insurance, just point blank.
Yep. Health insurance is a lot more important than you realize.
Mm-hmm. And it's one of those things that's...
Well, here's the
thing.
I
had someone...
What happened?
Bless the Reddit's little heart.
Oh my gosh, did you get I hate Reddit for that.
On Reddit, where can I get a diagnosis? I have a strange lump in my testicles.
Go to the damn doctor.
I don't have health insurance. I make too much. I make $30,000, so I can't get an ACA plan. What do I do?
Who told you that?
It was on Reddit.
Who would tell somebody they can't get an? Everyone can purchase an ACA plan. The question
they're in special enrollment rules, and they're in Texas.
You didn't let me finish my sentence. You can always have you can always purchase an ACA plan during the annual enrollment period. The question is, do you qualify for advanced premium tax credits? $30,000 a year? Yeah, you're probably going to get something.
You're going to get something because you're under the 250%.
Uh-huh.
And in Washington State, we're already been doing special enrollments for that. So,
they let us lay some groundwork for people who are in that category, so they can just roll right over into a lower premium plan next year.
Yes, and if we get you set up before October 1st, when the rollover happens,
because that's when they do the automatic rollovers. They start the automatic rollovers. No,
they do the paperwork for it. And if we got your information in correctly, so that November 1st, when open enrollment starts, you'll have that pricing already preloaded.
Oh yeah, there you go.
And that's kind of where we're looking on doing as many of those preloads as possible.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get mail.
Oh yeah, read your mail.
Everyone read their mail. The problem is we've seen this is our 10th year.
Uh-huh.
So we've gone through this. Will be our 9th enrollment, packet sent out. Everyone we've ever seen has had the estimation wrong.
Yeah.
And what happens usually is they do because there's so many of these letters that are generated beforehand, they use old pricing.
Yeah, they can't go with current pricing sometimes.
They can't go with pricing until it's been approved by the Office of the Insurance Commissioner, which ours was a couple weeks ago, and approved by the Healthplanfinder's board,
right?
Which it hasn't been done yet.
Correct. So it's a race.
It is a race, but hard mail takes time.
It does, and it's taking longer than it used to. What this is your annual. This is when you're starting to see these annual ANOCs, annual notification of change. This is when they tell you how your plans are going to update.
Yeah.
They're going to tell you what your new premium is going to be. They're going to tell you what your new deductible is going to be. They're going to tell you what your new out-of-pocket maximum is going to be, what your new copays are going to be.
If you're going to be in network.
If you're going to be in network, if there's a change to that, if there's a change to the drug formula, they're required by law to notify you of these things to give you an opportunity to make a change for the coming year.
Now, we can't talk about those specific plan changes until, for Medicare, it's after October 1st.
October 1st. So I've got, it's the 22nd. I got 8 days. 9 days. 8 days.
Yeah, because we get people, it's like,
2 weeks.
oh yeah, I need to sign up for Medicare for next year. I need to know now what's going on. No. We could get you, we could do all the pre-enrollment, but not until after October 1st. We have a couple people that are a little bit shy. It's like, oh, you're going to try to sell us something. It's not our job to sell you anything. It's our job to have you understand what plan you got so that you can make the decision on what plan you want.
That's right. We're all about informed decisions around here.
And it's a goofy model that's worked for us for 10 years now.
Yeah. It is goofy.
It is goofy. And now for healthcare, we won't be able to describe the plans until after November 1st.
Yeah. So, and then that's just part of the deal.
Yeah.
They'll officially release the numbers. They'll let us know that we can start talking about stuff.
Well, no, the numbers are already released.
Well, yeah, but we can't really talk about it until they tell us we can. And the official date is November 1st.
Yeah.
If you want to go to the Office of the Insurance Commissioner, you can go look yourself, but we're not going to talk to you about it.
Yeah. You literally you can look it up on the Office of the Insurance Commissioner. They've got the rates up there. However, those aren't the rates that are approved yet by
district. Well, by county.
No, by the
by the board.
By the board.
That's right. There's a 2-step approval process.
And then the whole tax credits and the payment stuff has not been formally, put through with the board. So if you're in that tax credit situation, you're not going to know what those final tax credits are until they hash out the process of cascade carrots.
Right, which is going to happen by November 1st.
Yeah.
And we'll know that's when the annual enrollment period opens for health insurance, and that's when we will have all of the pieces of the puzzle.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that we do a lot of pre-work for.
Yeah.
These are the behind the scenes thing. And we say, hey, get an appointment.
Yeah, just lay the groundwork. Make sure that we have your information up to date. Get an idea of what you need for what kind of plan you need. I will help you understand how to read these things.
Yeah.
A lot of it's just knowing how to read the descriptions of the plans.
Now, if you're one of those people like us that are incredibly busy, because fall is an incredibly busy time.
Yes.
I think there was like 5 different events that happened last night alone.
Yeah, we were at one of them.
Yeah, we were at the Wenatchee Wild. It was the season ticket holders.
Season ticket holder launch. We are going to sponsor this. We are currently sponsoring the Wenatchee Wild as a corporate sponsor, and we're really excited to do that.
And so
part of the package they gave us.
We were there. I know Cafe got honored last night. I want to say that there was some politics going on, because I think Kim Schreier had an event I saw.
Lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Missed that one.
There was one of the technology groups had a gathering.
That one I knew about.
So there was just a massive amount of different events. Now, if you're one of those people that are pretty average and, got 10 different events you need to go to, we could set reminders. And we've done our first blast of like over 2,200.
Well, we had to do a blast because we needed to make sure people knew where we were because we moved.
So yeah, we sent out an initial blast. It's trickling out,
and the text went out yesterday.
Okay,
we got some responses on those,
and so we've got this massive surge of set appointments.
Yeah,
because that allows a person to walk in the door, and ideally, if everything's going smooth, walk in, do the appointment, and breeze on out.
Yeah, and basically say, hey, this is your plan. Here's the update. Breeze on out.
Or they can call us up and and have a phone appointment because we do phone appointments. And it's a simple phone call at a designated time. You could be sitting there. Now, one of the big things is because we work with a lot of Medicare and a lot of Apple Health, all our phone calls are recorded.
Yes.
In and out.
Yep. So be prepared.
This is another big change.
It is. And if you call us, you will hear that I'd say something to the effect of, and calls are recorded for quality purposes. That's what that's about. We are required by the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services to record Apple Health and Medicare calls. So we just record everything.
So yeah, if you're working with someone that is in the industry and your call is not being recorded, they're not following the rules.
If you're talking about Medicare or Apple Health.
Yeah.
Those are the big ones. And then there's too much crossover with other stuff. So but just be aware.
Yeah. It's becoming a standard in the insurance industry.
And bear in mind, these conversations are still held confidentially.
Oh yeah.
They're not released to the ether. They're held in a confidential, secure manner. So don't worry too much about that.
Oh yeah, we've got pretty crazy levels of security.
And if you don't want to be recorded, step on in person.
Yeah, we'll do it in person.
We'll do it in person. Those are not required to be recorded.
Yeah, and that's one of those things that's required by the feds who regulate it, and it's their program, so they make the rules.
Yep.
What occurred was it was about 30 out of the millions of applicants for Medicare and Medicaid. About 32,000 complaints were generated last year.
They were Medicare complaints primarily.
Yeah.
There was some advertising out there that you've probably seen if you watch TV at all, and saying, hey, call this number, we can get you a better deal. And you were getting shipped over to a call center in Florida, and it was causing some confusion and frustration and ultimately complaints to Medicare. And Medicare takes those incredibly seriously.
Yeah.
It's the nuclear option level, those complaints.
So, yeah, you're good if you're in a legitimate one. First of all, we're not going to call you unless we're doing business, because you can't do that. You're not supposed to be doing that.
No,
that's a big no-no.
If we call you, it's because you're already our client, and we have something we want to talk to you about.
Yeah, it's that important.
We don't cold call people.
Yeah, so if you're getting a cold call saying, "Hey, you've got this Medicare plan," from Schmitty's Medicare supplement, and they're out of the blue.
Now, Medicare supplements don't have the same rules as drug plans. Yeah, but still, it's a gray area. Let's not worry about it. Just if you get a phone call, don't talk to them. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
you want to talk to somebody local to you.
It's why we use a 509 number.
Yeah.
We get a toll-free number. We got a 509 number because we do business in Central Washington.
Yeah. Talk to somebody you have a connection with. You can go see locally. You can have a video chat.
You can walk in their office.
You can walk in their office. Now, to be fair, I have a lot of people across Washington State I work with, but we can go, at some point, if we need to, we can go meet up.
Yes.
I'd rather not have to drive 400 miles to go visit with you, but if it comes to that, I've done stranger things.
Yeah, it's But the drive is not going to happen during the annual enrollment period.
No.
Because, as I put it, we get chained to the desk.
We really do. And someone occasionally comes in and throws burritos at us. No, one thing that is absolutely true is we also have video conferencing we can do. Also would be recorded, but that gives you a chance to do a face-to-face with somebody through a video conferencing situation. Like it's, we use GoToMeeting, which is a really snazzy, useful, does record, and again, completely confidential. So yeah, we've got ways to talk to you on a face-to-face basis, even if you're in Guam.
Yeah,
hey, I've got people retiring in the Caribbean, so that's not out of the blue at this point.
Yeah, we've got some pretty wild people out there.
I love them.
Yeah, one of our first ones. I had the record for Bering Sea.
Yep, that was our first year.
Taking care of their family. We've had people call us from Spain.
Yep.
That were moving into the area.
Yep.
We've had a bunch of people. Belize.
Yeah,
is a popular.
Belize is a popular place to go. I've got a couple people. Where were they moving? Not Puerto Rico. I do one person who is
Dominican Republic.
No, I do it. No, it wasn't Dominican Republic.
I know I've had Jamaica.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
I haven't had Jamaica, but I do have someone moving to Puerto Rico, doing a split time there, and there's one other. Where is it? I'm gonna have to think about it. But lots of Caribbean, a lot of Caribbean retirees, and that's cool. Gold star for them for doing that for themselves.
Puerto Rico was one.
I'd say Puerto Rico, dear.
Okay.
Yeah, there's another one out there though, so I'll have to look and see. But yeah, that's great. I mean, when we're here to help you figure out how to make that work.
Yeah, and that's the big thing is having experts in your back pocket that you can have conversations with.
Exactly.
So yeah, read your mail. We know it's busy, so get up. Either get an appointment that sends you reminders, or have a reminder saying, "Hey, you need this." It's no big deal.
No, it really isn't.
We know that it's going to be this year's going to be incredibly busy.
Yeah, my calendar's already filling up. So if you have a specific date in mind, now is the time to
grab it.
To lock it down. Exactly.
We will be doing our Black Friday.
Yep.
You should have seen her eyes roll out of her head.
Every Friday, the Friday after Thanksgiving, Matt has declared for the last 10 years that we are doing a Black Friday event.
We roll in here at 4 a.m.
Which is funny because people don't do Black Friday shopping like they used to.
Yeah, so if someone, decides to, hey, I want to shop, or hey, I want to have a party, we got your place, 4 a.m. And
come in and you go buy health insurance.
You can buy health insurance. You can have snacks. We have Christmas music playing.
And we're decorating our Christmas tree.
And it's going to be even wilder this year.
Because we have room for a big tree now.
We do have room for a big tree.
We have room for a big tree. Okay. Well, that sounds like a good place to stop.
So, hey, have a great week.
Yes. Enjoy your Thursday, and we will talk to you again next week.
And by all means, if you've got Medicare or you're using the Healthplanfinder, set your appointments now.
Yeah, it'll make your life easier. Trust me.
Yep. All right. So bye.
Bye.